Right, hello everybody, my name's Zeb. I'm going to show you some advanced tricks with for doing your custom walls and even one to do the ceiling, which I haven't revealed yet. But anyway, let's dive into it. So, by now you should have looked at some of the more entry-level videos of like how to use images on your walls using an image hosting service and JPEGs. What I'll do today is try and get some moving images. So first of all, let's edit this. I like to have this as the big four windows because it lets a lot of this light in. And then let's see what we can do. Let's look on YouTube. I'm going to go for New York skyline. Do I want New York skyline or New York view, maybe? Then let's pull this up. Sorry about the ads. Okay, so this is pretty cool. What I like to use is if you're on a Mac, you press Shift, Command and 5, and that brings you up Mac's native screen capture tool. So if we resize this, so obviously we want to be above this furniture. I think the curtains are okay because they'll frame the edges of the windows nice. Then make sure we're on capture, we want video capture, and click record. Ideally you want to try and get it so that these lights blink at the same time, but I'm not going to worry too much about that right now. So that's a few seconds of that. Let's stop that. And if we go to Easy GIF, which is a great little GIF tool, you can do all sorts on this. Go to video to GIF, choose file. Just click that. We're done with that. Then open that up, upload it, and then let's see what it can do for us. Probably recorded it a little bit too long, so it's taking a while. See, it's 46 megabytes. It doesn't need to be. We probably need like 3 seconds, and then it's 9 seconds. So I'll change that to 3. Because otherwise, if you try and upload something that size, the room's going to take forever to load. Convert that to GIF. Should be a bit quicker this time. And there you go, 3 megabytes. And as you can see, we've got a nice loop. If you watch carefully, it does skip back, but I don't think you're really going to notice that in the grand scheme of things. So, save the image as NYC Skyline. I like to use post images. It's just quick and easy. I think a lot of people use Imager. Then there we go, there's the GIF. Scroll that up, and you click the direct link here to copy it. Go into Portals, click the image uploader, paste it in, then use the camera mode to spin. Well, let's get it on this wall first. So use the E button. You got Q and E. Q goes smaller, E goes taller. Bring it up with that, and then you see it's a little bit too big, but it doesn't really matter. It gets you the same effect. It's sort of like the window frames are kind of clashing a little bit with the Portals ones. I don't mind it, to be honest. I think it gives it a bit of depth. It just makes it look like shadows, but if you wanted to get rid of it, just stick that over there for now, and you can use a column. Sync that as far as it will let you, about there. Grab the image on the column, and we're good to go. Now, if you want to use it on the other walls, duplicate it, drag it over, duplicate this, drag it over there, let's spin around. and then you can go for the same effect. Now it's up to you. If you want to try and tuck it in that way, you can do. I don't mind going this way with it. I think it makes the room look a bit bigger, gives you more illusion of space, especially if you use some carpets that will go past here. So I'll spin round, click this one, press E to make it huge, open it up. You want to get past the black frame really. It's a bit amateurish. Let's get it bigger than that, and then drop it in. And there you go. It's an animated skyline. Once you start putting some furniture in, let's go for this couch for example. You see, it gives it a bit of depth and makes it look even more realistic. Obviously the more stuff you put in there, the more depth you get. The more you sort of break it up with different little props, and make it feel a lot more real. So there you go, that's the advanced walls, animated walls. Okay, so now we've got the animated skyline, let me show you how to do ceiling. If you look up, it's just a basic grey concrete. This one's a little bit trickier. Basically, let's go and get a ceiling first. First, I'm going to go with a New York skyline apartment. Let's go with like industrial ceiling. Oh, let's look at some images. You don't really need an animated one. You can get one if you want, but it's probably a bit overkill for the ceiling. This is bringing up lights. I suppose this is kind of cool industrial ceiling. But the problem is when you're looking for ceilings, they're all at this kind of angle. You need one that's like straight up really. So I tend to use walls. If I go for industrial wall, it should give you a nice texture that you can use as a ceiling. So let's just say something like this. Again, use the native Apple image capture or equivalent if you're on Windows. Just capture this portion. Make sure it's not on video anymore. Capture that. Go on to post images. Then it should appear now on the desktop. There's some sort of delay for some reason. There it is. Open that up. Copy the link back into Portals. Paste the image URL. And there we have it. Now, obviously, it'll let you put it on the wall. It doesn't want you to put it on the ceiling. So, stick it on the wall for a minute. Then what we're going to do is pull out a column. Stick that in the middle of the room. Take this, run it on top of it. So I'll just put it there for a sec. You need to get up above it, get the right angle, and that'll place it on top of it. Now if it does that, either you can put it on and spin the column, or spin the column again, take it off, and it should sit straight. It's just a bit of trial and error with that. I'm not entirely sure how it works, but it does work. Then once that's on there, we need to back the camera off a bit, and you want to get almost at ceiling height. Then here comes the tricky bit. Click the texture, the image, and then hold down A so it gets super huge. like super huge. Okay, and then you click it off the column. Now don't move your mouse because the column's underneath it and you need it to stay there. Click it again, click it off, click it again, click it off. If you start doing that fast, you'll notice image is starting to very slowly rise. I find the bigger the image is, so if I hold E again, make it a bit bigger, it starts to go a bit haywire. Maybe make it a bit smaller. The bigger it is, the more it seems to jump each time. It's a little bit glitchy. But it's the only way that I know of to do this. And if you really want it, you'll take the time out to do it. Now you need to tread carefully at this point, because if you go too far, if you go past the ceiling, you won't be able to see the image, you'll just see the ceiling and you can't bring it back, you'll have to start again. So give yourself a little bit of wiggle room, let's say there, because you've got to click it and bring it, press the Q button to bring it right back down to its smaller size. Okay, then if you bring it down like that, you can see you want the image going into the walls, which it has done. You go back up. Now that theoretically should have covered the whole ceiling. Let's click it and we'll go and have a look. That's done it. And there you have it. New York skyline with an industrial roof. Again, it's not the most elegant way of doing it, but it is possible. Now, if this is annoying, the column in the middle of the room, what you can do is let's just take the camera back up while I've got this. Find the column, make the image even bigger. Let's go that big. And then sink the column behind the wall. And there you go. There's no column and you've got your image. But the problem is you lose a lot of clarity. There's ways to mitigate that by stacking the image next to each other on Photoshop and making it like double the length. That way you do it super long. And then it's just got like the original image here and then the extra one is behind the wall, but that's probably for another video. But yeah, that's it. It's your New York skyline animated with an industrial ceiling.